Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, today we begin in our sixth meeting. From our previous meeting, you have discussed and learned about making narrative paragraph, making descriptive, and also last week we have discussed about making procedure of paragraph. And in this meeting, we will continue our material with the new materials related to how to make comparative or contrast paragraph. So for this, yeah, I hope that you can pay attention, yeah, so you can understand clearly about this material. And I hope that every detail, every information that I will give to you for this meeting, yeah, will be useful and will be beneficial for you in order to make and in order to make good writing, especially in making comparative and contrast paragraph. So I will share screen to you. So please pay attention to the PowerPoint presentations that I will share through this Zoom meeting. Okay, so here we go. For the sixth meeting, I will describe and explain about making contrast and making comparative paragraph. So here you can see we have apples and orange in on the screen. Yeah. So this is just the example, just the analogy. Yeah, in making how to compare and how to contrast a product, things, persons. Yeah, or something. Yeah. So comparisons and contrast is a technique that we use almost every day. Yeah. When you go to the clothing store, when you try to find out, yeah, when you try to look for a good maybe a good dress, a good t-shirt, you will compare and then you will contrast. Yeah, maybe product A and product B. Yeah, maybe you can look from the price tag, yeah, from the quality of the dress, the quality of the t-shirt. So this is just the technique that we use almost every day. Yeah, almost every day. So I think it's not hard for you, yeah, in order to understand and in order to comprehend the material related to writing comparisons and contrast paragraphs. So here we come first with the definitions of compare and contrast. Yeah, it means to compare, means to discuss two different things. Yeah, people, place, things are similar. Yeah, so when we talk about compare, it means you will focus on the similarity. You will focus on the similarity between things, between people, between places that you compare. Yeah, so that's the definitions of compare. Meanwhile, contrast. Yeah, to contrast means to discuss the two different things. Yeah, people, places, things are different. Yeah, you look at the difference. Yeah, between the things. Yeah, so it means in making comparatives and making contrast paragraphs, it means you will focus on the similarity and the difference. Yeah, between things that you will explain in your writing. Okay. When we compare, yeah, when we compare two or more things, yeah, we tell what is similar about them. When we contrasting, we tell what is different about them. Yeah, usually the emphasis is on the differences, but sometimes a paragraph describes both similarities and differences. As you read the model paragraph, decide which one emphasizes differences and which one describes both similarities and differences. Okay, this is the organizations and the examples of comparison and contrast paragraph. Yeah. So as you can see, yeah, from the picture, it's explained about right brain and left brain. Yeah. So here we have topic sentence and then we have supporting sentences and also concluding sentence. The topic sentence is axis, yeah, is present, yeah, is presented in the beginnings of the paragraph. Yeah. So it's the way you tell the reader what topic is to compare and to contrast. As you can see from the picture, the left and the right side of your brain process information in different ways. Yeah, this is the topic sentence. Yeah, it means the author tries to explain about the different ways, yeah, the process information that that happen in our brain, that happen in human brain. Yeah, the author tries to look at the different way. Yeah, how to process an information in human brain. Yeah, that's the main idea. And then we have supporting sentences. In supporting sentences, we explain what are the differences and what are the similarities between or among the things. Yeah. If in this picture, yeah, in this example text, yeah, in the example text, we have the comparisons, yeah, between the left side of the brain and then the right side of the brain. Yeah. So it means the author try to make the differentiation, yeah, between the function of the right side of the brain and then the left side of the brain. Yeah. So here we can found, yeah, we can find the word in contrast. Yeah, it means to give the difference, yeah, to give explanation about the difference. Yeah. And then we have concluding sentence. Yeah. In this concluding sentence, it comes in the last sentence of the paragraph. As you can see here, yeah, it's about, although one side might be stronger, both sides normally work together. So in this concluding sentence, yeah, the author tried tell yeah sorry tell tell us, yeah, tell the reader about the author recommendation. Yeah. So these three kinds, yeah, these three indicators should be there in your comparison and contrast paragraph. Yeah. Okay. There are two ways to organize a comparison and contrast paragraph. Yeah. First, we have block organization. Yeah. Block organization. In block organization, you group all the similarities together in one block and all the differences together in one block. Yeah. Block here, as you can see, yeah. As you can see, the block here is the paragraph. Yeah. It means in this block organization, you will explain the difference and the similarity in different paragraphs. Yeah, in different paragraph. The paragraph one, maybe you will describe about the similarity. Yeah, the similarities between things you explain. And then the next paragraph, maybe you will focus on the differences. Yeah, you will explain the differences about the things. Yeah, so this is what we call block organization. Yeah. And then second, yeah, we have point by point organization. Yeah, in point by point organization, you write about the similarities and differences by subtopic. Yeah. For example, if you are comparing and contrasting several wireless cell phone plans, you might compare and contrast them on this subtopic. Yeah. So for this point by point organization, yeah, you will focus on the subtopic. For example, if you try to explain about wireless cell phone, maybe you will focus on the installation. Ya, mungkin subtopik pertamanya instalasi. Nah, instalasinya apa perbedaan persamaannya? Itu di paragraf pertama. Kemudian di paragraf kedua, in second paragraph you will try to explain about maybe the price, ya, the price of the installation, harga pemasangannya, ya, apa perbedaan dan persamaannya, ya. So in this point by point organization, you will explain the similarities and differences in one paragraph. Yeah, but it is divided into several subtopics. Yeah, into several subtopics. So from any perspective, I think it is better for you. Yeah, it is better for you to improve. Yeah, to improve your writing knowledge by dividing these two kind of comparison and contrast organization. Yeah, even though sorry, both are for block organization and also point by point organization. All of these are important, and it depends. Yeah, it depends on the needs that you will use, yeah, in your writing. Okay. So there are two considerations. Yeah, there are two considerations that you should be note here. Yeah. First, if you have a lot to say about each subtopic, you may need to write a separate paragraph for each one. Yeah. This is related to point by point organization. Yeah. If you have a lot of subtopics that you will explain to your reader, it is better for you to make it in different paragraphs. Okay. If you have five subtopics, it is better for you to use 5 paragraphs. Okay. And then second, the pattern of organization you choose depend on your topic. So whether you discuss more similarities or miss differences or both, yeah, depends on your topic. Yeah. For example, you want to explain about Android versus iPhone. Yeah. iOS versus OS. Yeah. So it depends on you. You look for the processor, maybe the subtopic, yeah, the processing system, or maybe you will focus on the brand, yeah, on the brands uh, that use Android and Apple. Yeah, it depends on you. Okay. Okay. Now we have the comparison signal. Yeah. So every 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 comparative text, yeah, it is you will easy, yeah, you will easy to find this kind of word, yeah, because this kind of word is the signal in comparison, yeah. If it is like similarly, also, to, and, yeah, as similar, equal, the same, yeah, and etc. Yeah, this is the example. Yeah, this is just the example of comparison signal that you can use in your comparative paragraph. Okay. For further information, for the further detail, you may look at the main book, yeah, in page 115 through 116, yeah, about this comparison signal. Yeah. For the example here, yeah, we have this the signal, yeah, for example, and then the sentence like this, yeah, the man and the woman, misalnya, neither Joe, neither Steve, yeah, the new computer is similar to one my book, yeah, blah 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 blah, yeah, this is one of the examples. And then similar with comparative signal, we have also contrast signal. Yeah, in contrast signal, it is about pointing out about the differences between things you are explaining. Yeah, we have sentence connector like in contrast, on the other hand, however, but, yet, while, yeah, and etc. Yeah, this is the example of contrast signal. Yeah, you also may look for further information about this kind of signal on page 118 through 119 from our main book. Yeah. Now, look for the example. Yeah. However, yeah, for example, the new shop sells its clothing at low price. However, other shops have better quality clothing. Yeah. So, in this contrast signal, it means to make a contradiction, ya. Jadi yang namanya kontras itu artinya membuat kalimat kontradiktif, ya. Artinya kalian menyampaikan sesuatu di depan, misalnya toko-toko yang menjual baju-baju dengan harga murah, ya, terkadang kualitasnya tidak bagus, ya. Nah, itu adalah kontradiktif, ya, kontradiktif. Okay, now we will start. Yeah, we will start to make this procedure. Sorry, to make this comparative and contrast paragraph, and like previous material in descriptive, yeah, and in descriptive and also procedure paragraph. Yeah, we have a pre-writing activity. In this pre-writing activities, in making comparative and contrast paragraph, you need to make a list. Yeah, do listing. Yeah, do listing about the similarities and the differences between the item you are comparing. Yeah, maybe you can make it through simple sentences, or you can make it through bulleting. Yeah, showing the similarities between the two subjects is the essence of comparison paper. Yeah, but you also need to recognize the difference. Yeah, so it is better for you to make similarities in on the left side of your listing papers, and then the differences on the right side of the listing papers. Yeah. So by doing this, it make you effective. Yeah. It will make you effective in making comparison and also making contrast. Yeah. And then after you make the list of similarities and differences, and then you should evaluate. Yeah, you should evaluate your list to find your argument. Maybe, yeah, because you have you have write down a lot of similarities and differences, maybe you will find a lot of subtopics. I think it is better for you, yeah, to evaluate, yeah, which of these similarities and differences that you can use, yeah, that you can use in your paper, yeah. Not all of the differences and similarities may you put on your paper, ya. Jadi karena kalian banyak buat listing di dalam listing persamaan dan perbedaan jadi priority activity-nya, tapi tetap harus evaluasi mana saja yang dibutuhkan sesuai dengan topik, ya. So that's why you need to evaluate this list, ya. Find find the correspondent similarities and differences that related to the writing topic. Ya, jangan semuanya diambil, tapi pilih yang mana yang sesuai dengan topiknya, ya. Okay, and then after you evaluate this list, maybe you can start by establish the basis for your comparison, ya. This provide the context for your comparison. Yeah, how will you examine these two things? Yeah, maybe you can use block organization, you can use point by point organization. Yeah, it depends on you. So before you write down your comparative and contrast paragraph, ask yourself, ya, ask yourself why you should do this. Ya, kenapa kamu harus lakukan ini? Kenapa sih kamu harus buat perbedaan ini? Kenapa sih harus menjelaskan persamaan ini? Ask this question to yourself. Ya, this way is essential because it helps you. Yeah, it helps you to explain the detail, yeah, specifically, and then to give beneficial, yeah, to give useful information for your reader. Yeah, so that's why it is important to ask yourself about why you should do this. Yeah, and then we come to the making of comparative and contrast paragraph. Yeah, it is consists of body paragraph first, and then it's quite different. Yeah, it's quite different in this comparative and contrast paragraph. It is better for you to make it more eye-catching, yeah, by giving the body paragraph first and then follow it by conclusions and introduction at the end. Yeah, it's quite different with the last material of the last organization. Yeah, in body paragraph, yeah, in body paragraph it is better for you, yeah, to prepare the reader for what you will be covering in the paragraph. Yeah, the middle of the paragraph present the information you have gathered, and the last sentence draw a low-level conclusion based on that information. Be careful not to overstep the bound of the paragraph by making a much larger point about your two topics. That's the job of the conclusion paragraph. Yeah, jadi di body paragraph, yeah, you will explain about the similarity, the differences. Yeah, the similarities and the differences. It depends on you. If you use block organization, maybe you will start with the similarity first, and then follow it by differences. But if you use point by point organization, maybe you will make it into a single paragraph with two different information about the similarities and the differences of your things, yeah, about the things that you are explaining. Okay, and then after you make a good body paragraph, and then write the conclusion. Yeah, write the conclusion at the end of your essay. It is okay, or at the end of the paragraph. Yeah, when the essay done, the reader should feel he learned something. Yeah, he know what the essay is done. Yeah, because in making comparative and contrast, you need to give it means you will give information to the reader. So it is better for you. Yeah, it is better for you in writing the conclusion. You give what are your delivered. Yeah, what are you are delivering to? Yeah, to your reader. The conclusion should be opened by giving a brief general summary of the point you cover in the body paragraph. Then draw a larger conclusion about your two subjects. Yeah. Be careful to base your conclusion in the data and not your personal preferences, especially if your essay prompt has instructed you to keep a neutral tone. Yeah. So because this is comparative and contrast paragraph, it is better for you to stand, yeah, to be neutral, yeah, to be neutral about in order to argument, in order to put your argument about a product that you compare or you contrast. Okay, and then it is better for you also to make the introduction at the end, at the end of your paragraph. Start with a general point that establishes the similarity between two objects, then move to the specific focus of the essay. At the end of the introduction, write a thesis statement that first announces which aspect of each subject you plan to compare, and then state what conclusions you have drawn from them. So it is quite different. Kalau biasanya kita ketemu introduction, body paragraph, baru conclusion, kalau ini dibalik. Kalau ini dibalik. Dia mulai dari perbedaan body paragraph, diikuti kesimpulan, diikuti oleh introduction. Okay, so that's the end of our materials related to making comparison and contrast paragraph. I hope that you can understand all the details here clearly. If you have a question related, if you find difficulty to write down your writing, you may use our WhatsApp group, and then you can ask me. And then we will discuss through our WhatsApp group. Okay, I think that's all for our meeting today. See you next week with the new video. I hope that you will still learn. Not only from my video, but you should read the material from our book. Because the books that I give to you, these two books are important in order to make you improve your writing skill. But and then you can also maybe find or look for some additional information from any resources, from any references about making kinds of paragraph. Started from narrative paragraph, descriptive paragraph, procedure paragraph, and last comparative and contrast paragraph. Okay, and now for this task, for this week, I hope that you can make a comparative and contrast paragraph, and then the topic of your writing, of the topic of this assignment is to compare and to contrast the education system between Indonesia and Finland. So you need to make this comparative and contrast paragraph, telling the information about education system between Indonesia and Finland. Jadi topik writing untuk minggu ini adalah kalian menjelaskan perbedaan, persamaan tentang sistem pendidikan di Indonesia and Finland. Why Finland? Because Finland is the most successful education system in the world. At least for 5 years. 5 years. Secara berturut-turut. Dia 5 tahun terakhir ini menjadi pendidikan yang sangat baik. Okay. This task should be submitted in WGMP class, and I hope that all of you can make it, and considering the detail and information that we have discussed, started from the first week. Okay, thank you for your attention. See you on the next video. I will close this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.